We're now getting into the section dealing with minerals and rocks. And when we look at these objects, one of the things we want to think about is the fact that these are representing materials found in Earth. And when we look at the materials found in Earth, we can divide it two ways. One, we can think about the Earth as a whole, and two, we can think about just the surface of the Earth, the crust. So let's start with the crust. On the crust, we find that oxygen is a very large component of materials found in the crust. It's combined with other materials to create different types of rocks. And in particular, what it's combined with mostly is silicon. So oxygen and silicon make up the vast majority of the materials found in Earth's crust. Then we've also got aluminum and a little bit of iron. When we look at the Earth as a whole, the numbers are very different. Now we find that iron is the dominant material, and that's this kind of dark purple wedge in our pie chart. Oxygen's still a biggie. Silicon, still way up there. Magnesium, still way up there. Now recall when we talked about the life cycle of stars. We had various elements produced at different stages. For example, at the red giant stage, we get the production of carbon and oxygen, and this is the result of helium fusion. But then we also looked at, in the case of high mass stars, we have various supergiant stages. And from there, we get materials like neon, silicon, magnesium, and iron. And so you can see that the materials that make up the Earth, iron, there's our core that we stop with in the supergiant stages. Oxygen, we get that from the red giant stage. Silicon, we get that from a high mass star supergiant stage, as well as magnesium. So all of these things are telling us that our sun and planets formed from material created by high mass stars. And really everything found on the Earth is a result of the explosion, the final death throes of a high mass star that then threw this material out into space, and then it got recycled in the formation of our own solar system, our sun, the planets, and even us. We are made out of the materials that formed in a high mass star.